Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're having a look at a trailer and critiquing it and making a bit of a to-do list of what not to do as a bare minimum. I'm going to try and keep it tasteful and not bash anyone, but this will be pretty critical. Hopefully we can all learn from each other's mistakes, and I could have easily made some of these mistakes at some point in my career. So Steam users are really fast at spotting things that don't look quite right, and they're very critical. We need to be respectful of their time. So with that said, let's just hop into the video. Let us see. Okay, so the premise, what we know is he writes that he's been working on this game for 3 years, and he put up a demo, my assumption is for Next Fest, and only 2 people played it. I think that's really generous. Even these few seconds here, this is pretty slow. We're 3 seconds in, and we've shown blurry background and a logo. Explore an open world. That should be an and. So first thing, what most people said the most in the comments, don't have any typos in your trailer. That's just, we're 4 seconds in and there's a typo. That is not serious. If you spent 3 years on this, that is not you showing the world you're taking this serious. A lot of people will just click away here because they think you're going to waste their time. So no typos. The second thing is, don't show debugging information in a trailer. The third, just in this shot, is the terrain tiling is really repetitive here and it doesn't look that good. So if this is our opening shot, the first 5 seconds of someone viewing, we want to put our best foot forward and really show something really pretty. The prettiest we have. I would arguably say also let's show the most important thing first, but again, that should probably also be our prettiest thing. Let's play on. Can you see that? So what everyone with half a brain picks up on here is that he's moving the mouse manually. So if we just go back a bit, you can see he's moving in and then he's moving his mouse up. Here he's strafing sideways and kind of looking. It just sucks. Go in, make a path, record it in extra high resolution, move the camera along, and look at the things that you want to have the camera look at. You hit record, you play the path, it records, you look at it, you try again. If you're not iterating, it's gonna be really bad. So now we're 15 seconds in. I imagine probably 60 or 70% of people are not seen this far. And here we're seeing creatures, which I can tell you are central to the game. We're still showing debug, which is terrible. Again, we keep noticing that terrible mouse look, and the font here is not that nice. I'm not going to critique the font too much, but I'll link to a really nice video down below you should check out after watching this video with the Juniper Dev that has an amazing video on fonts. I can't do better. So after this video, go watch that if you're interested in the font. If you think the fonts are horrible, you should watch her video. So something a lot of other people mentioned is, should you have in-game UI in your game? And I'm not sure. I think maybe that's a bit nitpicky. I think it's okay if you're showing in-game footage, have in-game UI. I think if you're showing like the first 10-15 seconds, hiding some of that to like emphasize the prettiest thing in your game could be a really good technique, and then have other shots with some in it so people give a feel for it. If the UI makes you shine, show it. If the UI is ugly, hide it. So we are now 30 seconds in, and it looks like we're watching the main game loop. Chins? I don't know. Yeah, that's the name of the game, Chins. I'm not sure how to say it, which is not a good sign. If people can't pronounce your game, they're probably not going to tell their friends about it. But these monsters here, that's probably the main thing in the game. So it should have been the first 5 seconds, not 30 seconds in. So the style here, let's just take note of this style for later. So they're all unique, which I would say is not the prettiest. I think I would ask an artist friend to kind of go in and have a look at the ones I'm going to show, because this looks like programmer art. Magenta lipstick, that's a programmer thing. Again, the camera wonkiness is just really bad. Explore with your buddies. Yeah. So a lot of people in the comments, they also had issues with the walk animations. So he's standing still, he's running in place without moving, and then he's attacking, which is definitely ugly. Here we're shown a plan your strategy. We don't quite know what's happening. This looks janky as hell. Some kind of selection, like enemy selection. So again here, yeah, the monster kind of running in place This is not the kind of thing you want to show in a trailer. Again, if you pre-plan what you're going to show when you record, if something doesn't look right, you re-record it. You fix the bug and then re-record. So don't show bugs in your trailer. Be careful not to die. Let's have a respect for our audience, that they're clever, that the screen turns gray. This could have been a comedic kind of thing, like it's obviously trying to emulate like the GTA Wasted. You could have done something fun with it, but instead of it just kind of, yeah. But most importantly, bring peace to the region. And here, as I mentioned earlier with the style, we just have a complete style disconnect. This is obviously bought assets. If I knew the developer and I knew he'd drawn these, I don't think if this was this pretty, the rest of the game would be this ugly. So yeah, just an absolute disconnect. I think I noticed like why is this avatar janking up and down? It's just absolutely terrible. It's really hard to look at. Or destroy everyone. Okay, so yeah, I can't watch this. Embark on your journey. Let a demo free on Steam. Again, the mouse movement. I kind of like these. These look kind of cool. I think there's something here that people would resonate with. It still looks kind of empty, and like they're sparse, kind of like they're far apart, and then also they're all the same. Like this is the same creature. We said earlier in the video, all the chins are unique. Well, obviously they're not, because we can see 4 of the same ones right there. So again, it's one of those, if you say something, then deliver that thing. I feel like this landscape is doing better than this landscape. This just looks like a barren landscape. Just switching around these screens, having all the ones be unique would do a lot. I'm glad I've started this YouTube thing, because you really get to know player retention, and people drop off fast. Like my videos suck, I know, and people drop off them fast, and I see people make great videos and they drop off fast too. And this video, where on this screen is one of the better screens. If we just started with that, I think we'd kept so many more people. If we'd put in unique monsters, that would have helped a lot. Don't say there are unique monsters if they're not all unique. So on my last point, I'd like to defend the developer here, because some gamers will say, you should have done so much more. And what does that mean? Should you put another 1,000 or another 2,000 hours in? It's not necessarily realistic. But if we stop and pause and say like, how about we just get the bare minimum right? So let's just run through the list quickly. Hook viewers fast. People lose attention. Start with the most important thing. 5-10 seconds. Core game loop. Avoid lengthy empty shots. Remember to check spelling and grammar. Typos immediately undermine your credibility. Proofread any on-screen text. Plan your camera work. Use smooth camera paths or cutscenes. In Unity you can use Cinemachine. Might do a video on that. Instead of manually swinging around the mouse and using keyboard. Remove any debug overlays. I sometimes forget this. Show polished gameplay. So no janky bugs on screen. Show the best looking things. Running in plays, broken pathfinding, etc. If something looks broken, fix it, re-record. Next, match aesthetics. So keep the character art and the in-game style cohesive and visually consistent. If you're mixing store-bought assets with things you make yourselves, make sure they have the kind of same theme or that you can adjust them so they look alike. Respect players' intelligence. Don't state the obvious, like try not to die. Keep the text concise and try and show rather than tell. Try to avoid boring or repetitive scenes. If your environment looks barren or desolate, try add details like foliage or landmarks or like variety. To be fair, I think the grass in the trailer was quite nice. I actually quite like that. But the thing is, when something works, you don't notice it, but when something doesn't work, you really notice it. And the last thing, respect your users' time. Steam users are probably some of the most critical audience. They're just so sharp, they don't buy any bullshit. Keep their trailer tight and polished and to the point. And I think that's it. Sorry about my appearance. I look a bit shit, which is appropriate for this video, I think. Let's all try and keep each other accountable and not make these mistakes. I, for one, hope that I can show my trailer here and other places before I would show him on Steam. I hope you guys will stick around and critique the hell out of me so I don't make these same mistakes. I can almost promise you I will make one of these mistakes. So I hope I wasn't too harsh on this person or too repetitive. Make sure to like and subscribe for the algorithm, and I will see you soon. Bye.